Yo, 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 welcome back to the MMA Short Show. It's always your boy, Stephen Moustaris. And guys, we're on a roll over here, man. UFC 292 this past weekend, absolutely phenomenal. I mean, clearly what Sean O'Malley did, what Zhang Weili did, the whole fight card, absolutely phenomenal. You know, it's a beautiful week. You know, on a personal note, I get to go to Florida this week for a bachelor party for my homies. You know, that's going to be awesome. And to even, you know, the top it all off this week, we get to watch Max Holloway. It's a Max Holloway fight week. So, you know, it'd be cool to be on the beach. And it's in Singapore, so I'm pretty sure it's at 8 a.m. or something. So I'll be on the beach early in the morning watching Max Holloway get a dub. So that's always exciting. But, man, you know, the one thing I really want to sit here and talk about, and it's just one of my biggest takeaways from UFC 292, just on a personal note here, is just, and I've even talked about it before, but it got a lot worse this weekend, man. This Ian Mcgregor Garry, Ian Machado Garry, the number one world, you know, tribute band to Conor McGregor, it's just so, it's a walking contradiction with this guy, you know. And before I get too crazy here, you know, the one thing I need to remind myself here, he is 25 years old, about to be 26 here in November, and I know I'm only a couple years older than him, but it's like, you know, to be fair, I never had fame like him. I wasn't out here knocking out world champions like he is. And I shouldn't say world champions because he hasn't fought a world. But you know what I'm saying? The top pro athletes. He's knocking these guys out and doing their thing to him and not getting touched. Like, I'm sure the ego is going to get to you. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure it's a lot harder to deal with than it looks. So to be fair, you know, I don't want to beat him up too much. But it just sucks, man, because it's like he has so much talent that he shouldn't even be talking. And at the same time, as well, on the same hand, it's like I think it would have been anybody from Ireland that would have got absolutely pooped on. I think it's just the fans, or no matter what, no matter who these people were that are going to come out of Ireland, you know, Conor McGregor just, you know, laid the blueprint, man, and he was genuine. That's why people loved Conor. When he was talking shit, it was genuine. When he was doing it, when he was Mystic Mac, it was genuine. He was backing it up. Everything that he did was genuine, and you know, it's him. It's already locked in. And if it wasn't for such a small part of the world that like no fighters come out of, it'd be way different. If this was the U.S. right now and Colby Covington, like say Ian Garry's just doing the Colby Covington route, I think he'd have a little bit more, you know, like understanding and everything. But it sucks, man. Like we saw with James Gallagher at Bellator. If you guys are familiar with him, you know, for years everybody was talking about, oh, this might be the next Conor, or this might be the next Irish Killer. And one sidekick to the face later, and a bunch of Conor McGregor ripoff lines. Nobody talks about him anymore, you know. And he got humbled real quick. Took a couple years off MMA, and luckily he came back and got his win. But he doesn't talk like he did anymore, you know. And the same with Ian Garry, man. Watching the press conference, it's just it happened last time with Daniel Rodriguez. But luckily for him, he went out and finished Daniel Rodriguez. And I did a video talking about him turning into Conor McGregor too much. But it went to a whole different level, this fight card, man. And it's even at the press conference, you do what you're told. You know, the red panty night, we're not here to take part, we're here to take over. You know, he dropped like 6 or 7 lines of Conor McGregor this week. And it's just so annoying. And it seems like even Conor McGregor doesn't like it. But the one thing that's so tough with this guy is he's so damn talented, man. He's so skillful. The man's got the height, the reach, the everything. He's got the fucking the IQ. He's got it all. He's got the vision in there. He's got the footwork. He's got the talent. Dude, he's good. He's legit. What he did to Daniel Rodriguez, no joke. What he did late to Kenan Song, no joke. His wins against Darian Weeks, no joke. Gabe Green, no joke. And the thing that sucks the most is I did this video talking about how he was going to beat down Neil Magny. And I was upset because I'm really looking forward to that Geoff Neal fight. And I know some of you are out there like, hey, Neil Magny got a win over Geoff Neal. What would Geoff Neal do to, you know, Ian Garry? Like, come on now. If you guys know MMA math doesn't always add up. And what Geoff Neal's on now is a whole different level than what we've ever seen out of Ian Garry. So, you know, I knew he was going to look good. So the hype's not too much there for me, but he did look phenomenal. And it's just, if you guys know Neil Magny, you knew that this guy was going to walk right through him, and the hype was going to get even crazier. But I think he's just damaging his own little, like, I don't want to say legacy at all, because he's got all the time in the world. He's young. He can still go out and knock people out. But I think he's just ruining his, like, his own little, like, it's like it's his own personality and his own mindset he's going to end up ruining at the end of the day. And he's going to get this false thing going on in his head about, oh, he is Conor. But then he's going to fight. Probably he wants to be loved so much. It feels like, I could be wrong here. He could not give a shit about anybody. But it does feel like he cares a lot about people liking him. And like he wants people to love him. I think that's why he's being so outgoing. And I think here in a couple fights, you know, it's going to be, you know, biting him in the ass if he keeps going this route and doesn't turn into himself. Because I think he's going to lose himself there a little bit. I think he's going to be upset with why, oh, I'm getting these knockouts. Why don't fans love me? And it's because you're just not genuine, dude. You're ripping off a Conor McGregor. And it's just not fun to watch, man. And I never thought I'd be sitting here rooting for him to get his ass beat. I never thought I'd root for Neil Magny in my entire life. And here I was pulling for Neil Magny to beat this guy. So, that's the point. If you're out here and you're just trying to get the fame, then, you're going to get more eyes viewing you if you're going to, to have people want to see you get knocked out. Look at, to go to the boxing realm real quick. Look what Jake Paul's built just because people want to see him get knocked out. I mean, look what Dylan Danis is doing Logan Paul currently. They're going to get so many views just because people want to see Dylan Danis get knocked out. Like, Colby Covington gets views because people want to see him get knocked out. Aljamain Sterling gets the only views that guy got was to see him get knocked out, even though I don't think it was fair. We get these people that just fans turn on and they just don't like. And that's what it's feeling with Ian Garry here. It just feels like, man, all this talent is kind of being wasted in a way, not for him personally, because he's going to go out and use it against whoever, and it better be like top 8, top 7, so we can finally start seeing it. But just, man, the dude's so talented, he doesn't need to be talking. And it just, I don't know, man. It just hurts to see, I guess, a little bit, because he is so talented. He is this big prospect. He is this next, age of fighters that he's always talking about. The Shavkats, him, Hamzat, Tom Aspinall, all these guys come. Sean O'Malley, even if you want to put him in there. Like, these kids are coming, man, and they're very talented, but they also just are like going to be lost a little bit, because now that we're finally getting some years under us and everything, like, kind of like, not to be funny here, but like what Kobe did with Michael Jordan, like copy his thing, mimic him in like a good way on the skill route. We're going to see this in MMA on the bad route when it's, this is all about money. The only way to make money is to, be a Conor McGregor wannabe and all these things. Like, and that's why Ian Garry is the number one, world, tribute to Conor McGregor. So I don't know. I wish him the best of luck. He does need a big fight here. It sounds like Wonderboy Thompson. That'd be an amazing fight. I wish Kevin Holland didn't take the JDM fight, because I think that would be a phenomenal fight to see Kevin Holland do what he could do to Ian Garry. But, I'm not going to lie to you guys. I don't like to be a hater, but I'm rooting against Ian Garry from here on out probably until I can start seeing him do his own thing. Like, I didn't like the whole, not to get anybody's personal life, but I just didn't like how he was calling Ian, or Neil Magny old and calling all these people old when supposedly he's married to like a 40-some-year-old or 50-some-year-old or something. So, even though I'm sure she's gorgeous and I'm sure she's a lovely lady and I'm sure it's true love, it's just like, come on, man, watch what you're saying, like, it just doesn't make sense. It's contradicting. So, as always, your boy, Stephen Moustaris, and let's go, baby. I wish Ian Garry the best of luck. I really do. I hope he becomes champion one day. He has that it factor. It's just, man, it just rubs me off the wrong way, and I fucking hate it. So, as always, your boy, Stephen Moustaris. Let's go, baby.